So you might be asking, what is this thing called the cave, starting in March of 2016 at River Hills Fellowship? It's a worship arts center, and I want to read a story out of the Bible. This story is from the life of David, comes out of 1 Samuel verse 22, and it's a time in his life where he was hiding for his life and hiding in a cave. It was called the Stronghold, and God was gathering people to him. And so 1 Samuel verse 22, this is what it says. So David departed from there and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brothers and all his father's household heard of it, they went down there to him. Everyone who was in distress and everyone who was in debt and everyone who was discontented gathered to him, and he became captain over them. Now there were about 400 men with him. So here's David. He's in this cave. He's had all these promises from God, but his life looks almost completely opposite of some of these promises that God had given him and told him that he was going to do with his life. And then all of a sudden, it says by the end of this time, there were about 600 people with David in the cave. But so when they came to this cave, they had all these life issues. They were probably, if I took 600 random people out of my hometown, I'd probably have some broken-hearted people, some thieves, some angry people, possibly people that were adulterers in their past, just people with stuff, issues. And these were the people gathering around David. And but by the end of their time in this cave, God had done something great in their lives, and they actually got a new name from being a thief, an angry man, an angry woman. Now they were David's mighty men. So I try to picture in my mind what was going on in this cave, that this change happened in their lives and in their hearts. And I believe God's presence was what created these incredible changes in their lives and hearts. And you can kind of picture David maybe at night, they're sitting around a campfire, and he fires up his guitar, and God's presence comes, and there's people there, and they're like, what is this? I've never felt this before. And David got to speak into their lives. And so we're doing this thing called the Cave Worship Arts Center, and kind of based on this story from the Bible, that could it be that there's a place that we can hide in the Lord and cultivate our creative giftings, work out the issues of our lives, and come out the other side with a new vision for life, with our creative gifts being honed and skilled. That can be songwriting, that can be as a singer, as a painter, as a wood carver. We've all got creative skills, but what the cave is going to do is lay a biblical foundation for why you're wired the way you are, and how does God want to use these creative giftings in the days to come, in the days that we're living in. So a lot of people think of a cave as a dark place, but I was talking with a friend in our church, and she actually said, I actually see the cave as there being light in the cave. It's not like this dark place, and that light being God's presence. And so we believe that God is calling people to the cave, to the stronghold, to be hidden in his presence, and that something amazing is going to happen in our lives as we come to that place of being hidden in God's presence in the cave. So we want to invite you. We're launching the school March 1st, 2016. We're actually going to launch the cave with a 3-month worship arts school called Sounds and Wonders. It's going to be taught by Ray Hughes. Ray is one of the premier teachers on worship and the life of David, and laying that biblical foundation for why you are who you are, and how He wants to stir up your creative gifting. So we want to invite you. Everyone's welcome. It's going to be a 3-month podcast teaching school that we'll do right from the church. You can go to thecaveworship.com for more information, or our River Hills Fellowship Facebook page. And we hope you join us in the cave.